All right, welcome back to the Rich Eisen Show. Prime still here. Do we have the video that they sent over from the NFL Network? You got that? You want to roll that? Okay.
There are a bunch of people around the league told me, watch out, this kid's going to run lights out.
He's really, really fast.
4-2 is our unofficial time.
Every team in this building's now going, we got to figure this kid out.
Now, when you ran, did you run that?
I ran that.
You ran that?
I didn't run that time, but I ran that.
Now, when you ran, you know, Bo's supposed to be sub 4.2 here, and you too, right?
Yeah, true.
Were you sub 4.2?
I'm pretty sure on some watches. I remember running at the pro day at Florida State.
Yeah.
And when I hit the line, I heard profanity. So what does that tell you? What did it tell you?
Was you crossed?
As I crossed the line, I just heard profanity.
You heard it, somebody reacted?
Yeah, no, several.
Several?
Yeah.
That's not just someone?
Yeah, not someone.
Several curse words?
Yeah. And then I said, say it! Because everybody's scared to be the first one to say it. Say it!
And the time was?
Yeah, they never said it, but I know. When you hear profanity, you know what it was.
Okay, you and Bo Jackson in a race. What do you think?
You know what?
You got?
Let me tell you this.
In the day.
Let me tell you this.
Yes.
Bo Vincent Jackson, I ran into him at the Super Bowl.
This year?
Yes.
Okay.
And I wish cameras were there to see us run into one another and embrace as he was getting off the elevator. I would never speak against him. I would never say I was this and Bo wasn't that. If it wasn't for Bo, it wouldn't have been no Prime. So I admire him. I respect him. I pay homage to him. I love him.
Can I get the two of you together on this show?
Let me tell you something that I want to do.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we'll do it on this platform, but that was a great idea.
Thank you. I'm full of those.
I would love, and we talked about this.
Yeah.
Because we talked about going fishing together. Bo's a hunter, but I can't shoot nothing. I can't do that.
Right.
Unless the deer gets a gun too. Now it's easy. So, okay. So I can't do it. But I would love for Bo and I to go fishing and just talk about life.
Okay.
And just talk about the careers and to talk about why there's no more two-sport guys. I just want to talk about what was he thinking. I remember us playing against one another, and he hit 3 home runs.
When the radio audience is going to come back. But I'm going to be in the boat next to you with a camera and a microphone. Okay, Christopher Kid Reed is coming up. Prime, this thing has flown by. Certainly T.O. calling in. And the phone lines are lit. Everyone wants to talk to you.
Yeah, next time I come, I don't want no outside callers but the fans.
Okay.
Yeah, because they can't.
Well, I mean, T.O. calling was...
Yeah, but still, they can't be taking my time, you know.
Okay.
This is Rich Eisen Prime show right now.
Well, how about will you stay for one more second?
I stay for 2 more seconds,
Okay.
whatever you need, baby.
Well,
I have nothing on the agenda but to
you sure?
Just give Tracy a whole lot of love when she get off work.
Okay.
I really felt bad this morning, too. Can I tell you this?
Yeah, we
as
got
a
a
man?
couple minutes here.
Okay,
Sure.
I don't know how men do this because, like my lady, Tracy, you know, works for Extra, and she was getting up, getting dressed to go to work while I'm laying there.
Yeah.
I felt bad as a man to just lay there while my woman got up and went to work.
But did you tell her what you were doing today, though? I mean,
Yeah, but still, just that feeling. So I got up, too, because I just felt bad. Men, where's my camera? Right there?
That's your camera.
Men, get your butt up and go to work. Do something with yourself. Don't let your lady just get up and go to work while you laying there, getting ready to play PlayStation or something crazy like that. Get your butt up and go get a job, man. See, that make me feel bad as a man. I'm sorry, I just had to get that out.
I love it, though.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
So did you at least tell Tracy you're coming down here?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, good.
Told her last night. And I was excited. I had my clothes all laid out the night before.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
I do that. I always lay the stuff out the night before, and I iron myself, and I do all that.
And how long is it between you wearing suits on the air?
I just got a shipment in, so it's a while. It's at least a year.
You once had a suit on,
Yeah.
took out from inside the coat pocket the dry cleaning tag. And the tag, because you pulled it
You
off.
don't forget nothing,
you
man.
pulled it off because it was still attached to it. Meaning this was the last time you'd worn the suit. You pulled it off. The date was 3 years prior.
Yeah. It has to make it back around. It has to make it back around in the rotation. You know how they hit the button, the cleaners and the suits running around, and it has to make it back around.
Do you have, because I've been to the spot.
Yeah.
Okay. The closet didn't have like a dry cleaning movement thing.
It's separated like I'm very meticulous about the way things are. Same color shoes, shirts facing a certain way, suits color coordinated. I'm very meticulous about that stuff, so I know.
You know that when we went through, you took us through, and the shoes were in the second floor with the plexiglass, so you could match the shoes to the suit.
I sold that estate.
Yes.
I started to say home, but it's a estate. It just made me feel better about me.
But you know, when you took us through and we're walking out, Marshall's behind me, and he mutters under his breath, "This is baseball money." Hour number 3 of the Rich Eisen Show on the air. We've already had interesting chats with Gabe Feldman and Ian Eagle, and Deion Sanders, kind enough to stick around for another segment.
I love it, man.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
We already, and T.O. called in last hour.
Mm-hmm. That was breaking.
Well, I mean, him essentially saying, well, maybe when I was asked about a question about character issues of getting into the Hall of Fame, and I mentioned Marvin's alleged incident in Philadelphia.
Think that might have something to do with...
And you basically said that to T.O.
That's what we need to do. And the thing, I applaud these guys when they're right, but I do directly tell them when they're wrong. Mm-hmm. And I don't understand how some get offended.
So is but is Marvin still wrong for when asked that question, not taking the high road himself and just essentially saying, leave it at that? I wasn't concerned about splitting the vote with Terrell Owens, and then just leave it at that and let his silence maybe speak volumes?
We can't assume that every athlete knows the direction to the high road. Mm-hmm. That's a road that's not traveled a lot.
What do you think of, I know what you thought about it, but what do you think weeks later of Cam's press conference, Super Bowl? Prime.
Weeks later?
Weeks later now. Now we're back there. I know what you thought about it the night of.
I think the same thing. Because I just don't know that he understood the magnitude of being an MVP and the potential face of the NFL. You have a wonderful transfer. Peyton's leaving. Here comes Cam. Peyton better not come back.
I was about to say, I just gave you a look of like, is he leaving? Because
Yes.
So what's the holdup? What do you think? What do you think the holdup is?
Maybe financial ramifications.
What do you mean? Like, there's $19 million on the table right now?
I'll stay, but if you do this, I'll go.
Well, they could easily just cut him,
yeah,
right?
But you can't just cut Peyton Manning. You know, you just can't do that. It's not right to just cut Peyton Manning, although all of us have had to cut in our lives at some point in our careers is over.
So you think the delay...
It could be.
...is money related?
I'm not saying that it is.
No, I know that.
But it could be.
What else could it be?
Why else would it be a delay?
Because he's thinking about still playing, and he's kicking the tires right now. He's got Condon and others kicking tires with other teams right now. What do you think?
When a guy purposely mentions an alcoholic beverage company multiple times in a press conference, I think he knew of his departure. Who else does that?
Nobody.
Who else have ever done that?
Nobody.
There you go.
So that's an indication to you that he's already thinking of the next thing.
That's an indication that it was a wrap.
So what do you think he's going to do next? What do you think he'd do next?
He doesn't have to do anything.
Well, you got to do something.
Not really.
I mean, you're doing something.
Yeah, but that's just who I am. Right. I mean, I love kids. I love to be at school. I love to encourage and motivate and inspire and challenge. Right. That's just me. Right. That may not be who he is.
But you're also doing it. You're still doing paparazzi work. You don't have to do that either.
But I love it. Right. I like it.
So what do you think about him maybe, because I think he's going to want to be owner. I think he wants to do what Elway's doing, but own a piece of the team. Sort of like Jordan, like Jerry Richardson. I keep doing that, by the way.
First of all, let's just get the type of money. This is a different color of money, an owner. Mm-hmm. We go play like, oh, yeah, I want to own it. No, we ain't got that kind of money. I mean, you put together a nice package where you have several guys in ownership and we're the lowest man on the pole.
No, I don't think he's going to basically just like knock on the door of the Tennessee Titans and drop off a couple $2 billion right
I mean, we don't have that kind of money.
But he's got to have some people who he knows or have something substantial enough to put a chip in the game.
Yeah, but it's not that simplistic. Mm-hmm. And I happen to know Roger Goodell, and it's not that simplistic for a dude just to retire and walk into ownership.
So what do you think he wants to do? Do you have any sense?
I think he wants to relax and enjoy life and be there with his family.
2 little kids.
And be that guy and be daddy. That's not limping at home, that's not walking around with ice packs on, you know, the casualties of the game that we face.
And how about you? Do you feel good?
No, I just had back surgery a few weeks ago. Why do I feel good?
No, right, you did just have back surgery.
Right, I'm hurting right now. But this chair is really comfortable. But that's part of the Rich
Do you need
Eisen
anything
show.
more? Do you need it? Because we'll take
No,
some phone
I mean,
calls.
foot massages and all that could be
Okay.
pleasant right now,
Would
but
you
I
like
understand we can't do it on television.
Yeah, there's no Rich Eisen Manny Petty plan just yet. We haven't done, we've
Just
only been
yet.
on the air for about almost a year and a half coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is nice, man.
You know, by
I'm
the
proud of you, man.
Thank
but
you.
can I do one thing?
Do
I
whatever
mean,
you
I
wish.
just have a dream.
Please.
Can you help me?
What?
I'm
Wow.
serious. This is serious.
Okay, what can I do?
I just need to trade places with you for 10 seconds.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause this is my dream,
Like, do you want me to sit in that chair and
Yeah.
you sit behind the desk?
Yeah, because my chair is really much lower than your chair, and I just want to see how it feels sitting up there.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
this is my
So you
dream.
can walk around.
Thank you.
Wow, so this is really happening.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Do not adjust your sets at home.
Now, do I put on your hat too?
No, you can. You can. I want to. There you go. All right. Welcome to the Primetime Show. I'm your host, Prime. Rich?
Well, you got your own theme music too. Wow, these seats
Yeah.
are really low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm really high. How does it feel?
Yeah.
I mean, to be one of the best broadcasters, best television host in the business.
You know, I just know I'm the best. I wake up every day, I think I'm the best. I don't need people telling me that I'm the best.
Right.
You know, I don't need that sort of affirmation, although, you know, an Emmy
You don't
or
need
two.
a Walk of Fame, a star on the wall.
No, you know, if Costas wants to recuse himself in the Emmys once in a while, I would take that.
Yeah.
You know, I'd take that, Prime, yeah.
Is there any regrets? Because your life is your life has been wonderful.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
No, I don't regret anything. You know, I'm human. You know, I can make mistakes just like everybody else, you know. But I don't have any regrets in life. No, Prime.
Is there one player that really got on your last nerve that you could just look back on your lustrous career and say, I really didn't like that guy?
No, I haven't thought, no. Although Junior Seau once called me Rick on the air.
Did it hurt your feelings?
Because he knew what my name was.
But
I
he
think
hurt you,
I
did it
think
hurt?
he was doing it on purpose. He did that once. He called me Rick.
You didn't like that because you're still lingering with that right now.
You know, I hold on to it to this day. I can't let it go.
Yeah?
I can't. How do you like that chair?
It feels really good. Yeah, and you know that's a brother up there, right?
No, it's a silhouette.
Yeah, but he's black.
It's a silhouette.
I don't know if you know it or not, but he's black. You do know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do
I
like
felt
that.
good. That's all I need.
No, take the phone calls.
Yeah.
Take a look underneath the desk right here. Hold on a minute.
Okay.
They're the phone calls list right there.
What stuff
You see
under
those
the
are the
desk?
names.
Okay.
Those are the names and where they're from, and these are the subjects, so you can choose which one you want.
Arlington. Mark from Arlington.
Say you could say you're on.
Mark from Arlington, you're on.
You're on Deion Sanders
Hello.
show.
How you doing,
Hello,
sir?
Rich
How are you? You're on with.
and Prime Time.
Talk to me, Mark.
Hey, man,
Uh-huh.
it was sometime in the mid-'90s. You were on the 49ers. I'm a longtime Cowboys fan, born and raised here in DFW, of course. And we actually made a voodoo shrine to you for that game.
You took it too
And
far. You
I
took it
don't
too
think
far.
it worked.
Yeah, it didn't.
But then the next year or two, you had that star on your helmet and you're doing amazing things. We're like, that's our boy.
Yeah.
You know, you go through the love and hate. How do you fight through the hate, the haters, the adversity? You know, it's funny, T.O. called in today, too, going through a lot of that.
Well, two things. I'm going to let you ride on that statement. That's my boy. Be careful with that next, black man you call into. Secondly, haters
Oh gosh.
are haters. They have a job to do, and some really do it well. I know me, who I am, where I am, how I'm going, and how to get there. So what you do or say cannot affect me, effect me, or infect me. So that's how I dealt with haters. I really didn't care.
You didn't hear it at all?
No.
Although my favorite story, I've told it on this show,
What was that?
when we were at the Black Hole in Oakland,
Yeah.
and somebody was screaming at you the whole time.
And your mama.
And we heard it. And then you took a pen and you wrote on a piece of paper and had it handed to the fan who was screaming at you. And suddenly that fan who was screaming and yelling at you the whole game now is lit up.
Yeah.
So excited. Deion Sanders sending something.
Yeah.
And what did you write on the piece of paper?
Your mama.
Now,
Mama.
now it seems like that wasn't the first time you did that.
Yeah, it wasn't. I had skills at that. Let me see. Donnie from Texas, talk to me. You on the line with Prime. You like that?
I do.
Yeah.
You
Hey.
get the hang of it.
What a great pleasure talking with you, Rich,
So-
and a real pleasure talking with you, Deion.
Thank you.
Got a quick question. I've watched you play a lot of football, college and professional.
Thank you.
Who would you say
Jerry
was
Rice.
the toughest
Jerry Rice.
receiver to Jerry Rice, no doubt?
Jerry Rice by far. Jerry Rice by far. You got to understand, Michael Irvin was something to deal with. I played in an era where I played against a lot of Hall of Famers. Not only did I play against a lot of Hall of Famers, Rich, but their quarterbacks were Hall of Famers.
Yes.
Right.
So that's a different. Make it even tougher. A lot of these guys talk about the rules and everything, but no. The guy I played against was a Hall of Famer, and his quarterback was a Hall of Famer.
It was still Montana to Rice, or was it Young to Rice?
It was Young to Rice and Montana to Rice, both.
Now Jerry's.
And both of their balls are in my case.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You took it? Would you
I
take it?
I didn't house call him.
You didn't house call
but I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, when you're going against Jerry, how did you know it was different?
Jerry Rice ran every route full speed. Every route looked like a go. Jerry was one of the most conditioned athletes I've ever played against. I could bump and run a guy, get him tired, because I know you're not going to beat me running. You're not going to run past me, so let's forget that.
Right.
Jerry Rice was in impeccable shape. So after you played against Jerry, you was going right home and taking a nap because it exhausted you, not only physically, but mentally. Michael Irvin had a lot of those attributes as well.
You know, he thinks there was interference.
He really don't. He know the truth.
In that 94
I love what you're doing to that hat.
What's up?
You got that thing tilted.
Rich, do you get a free bowl of soup with that hat?
I do not, sir. I do not. I think I've got it.
The hat's worth more than your entire outfit.
And that was really a shot to me.
That was?
Because it's my hat.
No, it wasn't.
No. That was a shot to me because it's my hat.
Prime, you heard what I said.
Just because Rich is wearing it, that does not negate whose hat it is.
Prime, you heard what I said to Brockman.
Right.
That's worth more than your entire outfit.
It does not negate ownership of the hat.
Right. Jim from North Carolina. What's going on?
Yeah, Jim?
Jim?
Yeah, hello.
Talk to me, Jim.
You're on with Prime.
Look, first of all, I want to say Rich Eisen's show is fantastic. I love it.
Thanks, Jim.
Second of all, through your career, I didn't think you were no more than just a super jock. I mean, you were flashy and you were talented and all that, but in my opinion of you, just wasn't hitting on much until I watched a show here recently of you in some desert thing, going to some guy or whatever.
Bear Grylls?
Bear Grylls. Yeah, one of the worst decisions I ever made in my life.
During that show, you talked about your upbringing, your mother, and man, that just turned my whole opinion of you slam around.
I appreciate it.
Pardon me. You're a fantastic guy, and this has been bigger pleasure than I thought it was going to be to actually sit here and look at you and be able to speak with you.
Thank you
very much. I appreciate it.
Now, why was that the worst decision you ever made?
Because, first of all, they offer you a ton of money for a day of work, a day and a half, and I should have known something then. But, you know, I'm always thinking kids first, okay? Kids first. So I could get this, build a football field in the hood, put some bleachers out there, I'm straight. One day of work, day and a half. I had no idea what that day was going to entail. You know, you go on Bear Grylls, you think they're going to take you in the woods, you're going to have to spend the night there, you're going to have to rough it a little bit. No. I didn't understand you're going to put me in a helicopter with no doors on the helicopter. We're going to start off like that. Black man in a helicopter, no doors. And we flying over some canyon, and he's hanging halfway out the helicopter. I should have known right then. I'm looking for Ashton Kutcher on Punk because I don't know what was going on with me mentally. And now we land, and he said, jump. We about 5 feet off the ground. He said, jump. He said, 1, 2, 3. I said, man, 1, 2, we gonna do this together. You better hold on to me and strap me in. And it was just bad. We go over this, we fall him out in the water, I can't swim. We fall him out in the water, he finds frog, cut the head off, put him in the pocket, say it's gonna be dinner tonight. No, it ain't. So now we nighttime, what we gonna eat? I don't see no real food around. What we gonna have to catch what we... No, we ain't catching what we could. Thankfully, I understood. My mama taught me well. I bought a loaf of bread, peanut butter, and jelly, and I made me a sandwich. Matter of fact, he asked me for my sandwich. It's the black man's steak.
I was about to say.
It's the black man's steak.
I was about to say, describe for everybody what you call a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
That was day one, spending the night, and now we got to lay. Then we walking down this nice gully, and we see like an 8-foot rattlesnake, and all he heard was, he would have thought he was in the Olympics. 3, I was about 60 yards away. Gone. Rolling. How we just run across a snake? I said, y'all put that snake there. I know y'all put that snake there, and that was it. By the time he said, I was gone.
You were out?
He didn't even get the ache out.
Fantastic.
That was day one.
Oh, you stuck around?
It got worse.
It got worse?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
You scaling a mountain?
But Jim from North Carolina got a new opinion of you.
What? That I was a man now?
That's I guess so. Or they got...
That was the dumbest decision. You know, I love Bear. He's a good dude, and I really is a good dude. But I had quitting on my mind up there on the side of the mountain.
Well, I'm looking over here. Do you want to throw to the next guest since you're in the chair?
Play?
No,
Kid. I'm sorry.
It's
you
Kid.
Got, these are icons. This is an icon. He put the M in music. He put the fun in the thing. That's what everybody, it was delightful. It was no ignorance, no adolescence. This man was unbelievable in my generation. I love him, man.
Christopher Kid Reed coming next here on The Rich Eisen Show.
Love you, man.
It's good. What's good? I got that snake.
It's time to work out onto the floor. Let's start to go off. This ain't hardcore, but yo, it ain't soft.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.